So welcome back to another episode of the Dividend Investment Guide. Just going to be doing a quick portfolio update today. So the US market hasn't quite opened yet. Should be going live in the next 2 hours and 42 minutes. So I'm just going to show you where we're at. Unfortunately, lost quite a bit of value this week, but I've just been using that opportunity to dollar cost average in. So as it stands at the moment, we have added 13.5 shares of AGNC. Now I'm not sure what's happening with their dividend. I don't believe they're going to cut it, but they pay a monthly dividend, and their monthly dividends works out to about 16 cents or 13 pence. So their dividend per year is a $2 per year, so monthly that increases significantly into my total investment dividend portfolio. So we've added the 13.5% on there, 13.5 shares, sorry. So the dollar cost average on that now is $12.21 or £9.83. So we've added AT&T as well. So we managed to get in on this at $29.82, as you can see there, bringing our pound to £24.07. The pound is in a really good position in comparison to the dollar right now, which is why I'm really focusing on these American shares as much as possible. So Aviva as well, we have added another 1.1 shares just with some change that I had from my other purchases. So their cost on them now is £2.26 per share, as you can see there, and we are still in the green on them, but a lot lower than we were previously. These do go ex-dividend towards the back end of this month. I think it's about the 23rd or 26th, and that's their final payment. They pay 2 per year, their first payment and obviously their final payment. Now the final payment, I believe it's around 2/3 of the total dividend, or 3/4, whereas the first payment is obviously the lower number. These aren't cutting their dividends, so it's a really good position to have for me right now, especially started out, because of their yield is so high as well. So we are going to be maybe looking to buy a few more if it does carry on dropping a little bit lower. I don't really want to add more if the returns obviously plus, because then I'll be eating into my profit a little bit more than I want to. I know it's not much profit at the moment, but I do want to fortify this position, but not to the point where I want it to cost me more than I originally got in at, because that was the price point in which I thought this is a really good buy right now. As you can see, it hasn't hit back down there recently, but we'll see what the new week brings. Maybe it will go back down eventually, and we can see where we stand with it. So in addition to all that, we've added Energy Transfer. We've added another 4 shares of these, and this has been a dollar cost average of $4.72. Now, because of the energy sector yesterday, Trump did do a bit of an update, which is going to boost the oil price. I believe it already jumped like 20-30% yesterday. So the shares in the oil industry are making a comeback. So Energy Transfer is making a comeback. ExxonMobil, as you can see there, it's also making a drastic comeback. BP has also been climbing. Really good investment if you only got in on oil shares a couple of weeks ago. I am expecting these to go quite high quite soon. So yeah, another good position to have. I don't think that people have missed the boat on this one. I believe that you would be able to invest back in oil. Maybe if it goes down to maybe around the $37 mark, I'd probably look anywhere between $37-$38 mark to go in on them, because I do believe they are going to drastically increase. However, if you do go in now, I think within the next sort of 3 to 6 months, you'll be looking at a solid return on investment anyway. In addition to all this, I've added another 45 positions, another 45 shares on Taylor Wimpey. Now, Taylor Wimpey is really good at managing their money. So if we go down per share here, so we look at the EPS, earnings per share. So they earn 21 pence per share. Their current revenue is £1.33 per share, showing that they have roughly sixth of their EPS is actually profit. A sixth of their revenue is actually profit. Their cash per share is only free cash per share is only -3 pence, which whereas if you compare that to somewhere like Legal and General, which are obviously still going to carry on making money, being in insurance, people are obviously going to have to keep paying their insurance. These are currently sat at 78p minus per share free cash flow. So I think that Taylor Wimpey is a much better buy at this moment in time. I think it's quite ridiculous how low it is, especially after just before all this happened, it was at record highs. Like it's just unheard of. I believe it's so cheap at the moment. It's impossible not to buy it. So I'm currently sat at 200 shares of these at the moment. I am expecting this to drastically increase as soon as we get some good news in regards to this coronavirus. I can't expect it to at least hit the £2 mark by the back end of the year, as soon as obviously the residential buildings keep getting constructed again. But it is starting to climb a little bit today. It did hit record lows, and now it's obviously hitting not record highs, but weekly highs. And I'm expecting that to bounce back a little bit next week as well. So Taylor Wimpey as well, they've also cut their dividends. They do 2 dividends per year. The second dividend, I believe it was about 8p per share. And they have also cut their directors' bonuses as well. So it just goes to show like how they are managing their money and how they are hoping to get through this time. They are managing the cash really well. To cut directors' bonuses is really something that people don't want to do, is it? So I mean, they are going to bounce back. They are going to manage their cash flow really well, and they are going to keep in business. They're not ones to take the hit just to keep up with the expectations that dividends are going to keep paying. So it's just a good buy for me in my personal opinion. Obviously don't invest in something just because I'm saying so. Do your own research, but I mean, this is a really solid company in my opinion. They've just grown year on year on year. They have hit lows on times, but I mean, to hit that record high and then just suddenly drop to like 70% off, it's just unheard of, man. Like, there's no reason behind it. Coronavirus in the UK should be beaten within the next 2-3 months, I believe. We are going to bounce back from this, and we're going to bounce back hard as well. So I'm going to just go over my dividend tracker here as well. I created a dividend tracker the other day. So I'm just going to input the data now. Right, so AT&T, we've got 2 shares in them. AG&C Investments Corp, 22 shares now. Taylor Wimpey is 200 shares right now. Where else have we got here? 18.5 here. So my annual dividend, as you can see here, is looking quite solid. £117 per year from my initial investment of £1,083. We are going to be looking to increase that number month on month. I'm going to be putting at least £300 a month into my dividend portfolio, and at the current dividend yields, we will be seeing a solid return on that. £300 at an average yield of 5%, say. Well, you're looking at so yeah, £15 increase yearly, and obviously that's going to be going back in. Compound interest wise, it's going to be a big increase for us. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up key. Helps with YouTube algorithm. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.